Hello and welcome to the Detailed Review channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing this brand of knives called DEIK, and I have done a review of this product before, but it was more of an unboxing, and that was about a year ago. Now I have had it for a year now, and I would like to do a more thorough review of the products because I still have them. I purchased them myself and I've been using them for a long enough time. So I will jump right in. This is the case that you place the knives in. They come with these knives when you get them. It is plastic, including the metal, those metal bars are plastic as well. And then there is this metal holder that's attached to the side. At the bottom is the black tray. The water collects at the bottom on top of the tray, and you can just tilt it to let it flow out. Those silver bars on the plastic hold the individual knives in place. So I'm going to show each knife and just sort of have you see what they look like after I've used them. But first, this is the sharpener. I have not had to use this because all my knives are still extremely sharp. And yeah, it's very well made. It's quite heavy. Not heavy, but it feels solid. It feels like it's something of good quality. I've just not had reason to sharpen any of my knives yet. The next thing is the scissors. I love the scissors. I like that it has this plastic on the inside because the entire scissors, like the knives, are all metal. And with the plastic, it keeps your fingers from hurting. I do not feel any pain or anything when I use the scissors for long periods of time. It is also just as sharp as the knives, and that goes right on the side. All of the knives are, well, not all of them, but a lot of them are labeled. As you can see, this is labeled. This is obviously a bread knife, but it shows you the length of the blade, and it's just so well made. I really like how the joints, like where the blade meets the hilt, is not, there's no space there, there's no opening. It's just like one smooth transition. Because sometimes when there's a joint there, let's say the blade is metal and the handle is wood, for instance, things can get stuck there and it begins to look disgusting. But I like how it's just one smooth metal. This is a chef's knife. It says 20 centimeters to 8 inches. I don't know if that's a model number, X50, CR15. I think that's the model number. That's what it looks like. And then we've got the carving knife for your steaks. It's just so sharp and sleek looking. I love it. I love this carving knife. And then we've got this, I don't know what this is for. I'm guessing it's for maybe pastry, just because of the hole, so that you can easily cut your pastry. I don't know. There's no label on this one. And you've got this other serrated knife as well with these two prongs at the end. And then we've got another interesting knife, the pizza knife. This is one of my favorites. The last three that I've shown are my favorites because they're not your usual knives. And yeah, this is a smaller knife. I love it. I use it all the time. It's serrated as well, and it's just very easy to handle because of the size. And we've got this smaller knife here. It's the same size as the pizza knife. This is just like a smaller version of the steak knives. And then we've got these steak knives. You'll get a lot of steak knives. Here, let's see, there are 7 steak knives. The back on top where I'm pointing at, so that part is actually, it's not sharp, like the actual sharp edge, but because it's kind of flat, but the edges are sharp enough that if you place your thumb on top of that part while you're cutting, you can actually make little cuts on your thumb. It's happened to me many times. So I would advise that if you're going to use the steak knives, make sure your thumb is on the top of the hilt and not on the top of the blade, because even though that's not the sharp part, it can still make tiny little cuts on your thumb. I love these knives. They are super sharp. They're so sharp that I almost always cut myself when I use them. Normally that would be a bad thing, but I like that they are that sharp. And well, it's my responsibility to be more careful when using them. I love that I have not had to sharpen them since using them, and they pretty much look like I've never used them because the material, it's stainless steel, but it just looks so, it's just so well made that they still look just as sleek as they first did when I first purchased them. These are my absolute favorite knives that I've ever owned. I like the storage rack that it comes in. I just think everything works out well. And yeah, so my previous review of these products was more of an unboxing, and I felt like I needed to do an updated version of my first review, and so that's why I'm showing it. And by the way, the handles are very easy to use. They do not get slippery when you use them. So you would think because they're stainless steel, the handles will get all slippery and difficult to grip, but that is not the case at all. It's very easy to handle, and my hands do not slip when I touch the handle, even when my hands are wet. I'm just showing all of the knives one more time just so you can get a brief look at them. And I love how there are so many knives that come in this package that you literally will not need another knife for anything else as long as you do not lose these, because they're so sharp. They will stay sharp for a long period of time, and they won't break. Like, you won't have a situation where the handle breaks off of the blade and render them useless. So these, the way they're made, they're just one sleek solid stainless steel object that you can use for a very, very, very long time. When I purchase things, I like to purchase things that are good quality and that can last for a long period of time. And when I saw these knives, I was not sure about them, just because sometimes when certain things look kind of flashy, they may not work as well as you would expect them to, but not these knives. They look nice, they look good on my counter in the kitchen, and they work really, really well, and I really love them. You can tilt it this way if you want to, if you want your water to run off of the tray so that you don't have water sitting in there, or you could just wipe down your knives so that you don't have water stains on them before putting them away. This is what the back looks like with my 3 interesting knives, my 3 favorites. Well, thank you guys for watching. That is it for the review of this DEIK knives. I will see you in my next video.